What is up, guys? It is Girl Got Game here, and I am bringing you a team deathmatch on Outpost. Today, I actually want to talk about something that has been going on for the last probably couple months or so. It's actually a story, I guess you could say. I mean, a lot of y'all aren't going to believe it, and some of you might think I'm crazy, but just bear with me. I wanna get this off my chest, kind of. But it happened at school. We have this this building at school called the Fine Arts Building, which of course is where the drama department is, the art department, the choral, and the band departments are. And there's been some really weird things going on. Some creepy things, like me and my friend were in the auditorium, and up at the top of the auditorium, up at the top of the stairs, there is a motion sensor kind of light in a little hallway. And of course, you have to like walk through it or something. When you walk through it, the lights will turn on. Well, it was just me and her in the auditorium, and the lights were going on and off, the motion sensor lights, like someone was walking into the hallway and then walking back out. And we thought maybe it was just like a little freak thing, and we just continued playing because me and her were practicing for a show that we had. Well, it happened again, and it would happen again and again, like someone just kept walking in and out of that room. So we went over there, and there was nobody there, and nobody anywhere near the hallway. So, I mean, we didn't really think anything about it at the time, but we just thought it was really weird. Well, after that, my friend Eli was telling us that he had seen, like, figures, or, like, figures in the auditorium, like silhouette kind of things, and we're like, I don't know about that, and we never really thought anything into it. Until one day I went into the auditorium to get something off the stage, and I'm not sure what I was getting. But anyways, I walk into the auditorium, and there's a light switch right as you walk in. And when you turn on the light switch, the lights on the ceiling, there's like little lights that spotlight onto the stage. They will turn to face the stage when you turn the lights on. Well, I knew exactly where the thing on the stage was that I was getting, so I didn't turn the lights on. And I walk into the auditorium, and those lights on the ceiling start spinning without them being turned on. And usually when they turn on, they just spin enough to face the stage. Well, they just kept spinning, and they would spin back to their original position and then spin back to the stage again, and they kept doing that. It was kind of creepy, but I didn't really think anything into it. Well, a little later on, I hear that they were having orchestra practice for a play that we were doing. They were having that in the auditorium, and they had a piano, drums, and a bunch of other instruments, including a keyboard player. And they were all playing, and all of a sudden the whole entire auditorium lights just go out, like the power had went out. But then they realized that the piano, or the keyboard I should say, was still on. The little red light on it was still on, so it was still plugged in and turned on, yet all the other lights had turned off. So that was kind of weird. And then we're starting to get a little creeped out now. Then music in the department starts disappearing, and no one knows where it went, which was a little weird. And then other times you'll be in the auditorium with a few people or by yourself, and you'll hear footsteps backstage, or you will hear things banging backstage, like something's being dropped or things like that, and no one will be back there, which is kind of weird. And I guess it was day before yesterday, me and my friend Scott were in the auditorium with my friend Eli. He was playing piano, and we were going to leave him be so he could practice. So me and Scott walk out, and there's a bunch of lights, like those big rectangular lights in the hallway. There's about 12 of them, but there was one smack dab in the middle that it would just turn on and turn off. and turn on and turn off, and that could very well be like a shortage in the light or something. But after everything else that's happened, I mean, who knows, I guess. And the weird thing about it is, last year and the beginning of this year, we had a janitor that would stay after school to clean up the fine arts building. Well, in the fine arts building, there's a room that is just a percussion room. It's for the band, but it has all the percussion stuff, all the drums and all that kind of thing. They're all in there. Well, of course, after school hours, all lights are off, no students are there, no teachers are there. I mean, the place is dead. Well, the janitor would come in to clean up after everyone had left, and there would be lights on in the percussion room, and there would be like banging, like someone was banging on a drum. There would be banging in the percussion room, and he would go over there, and no one would be in there, and no one would be in the fine arts building, period. I mean, no one would even be at the school. So that was really creepy, but he never told anybody. And he said that happened on multiple occasions, but he never said anything. And then we brought up the topic that weird things had been happening to us in the fine arts building, and all of a sudden he says, well, for the past 6-7 months, things have been happening to me too, which, I mean, it kind of freaked us out a little bit, because it wasn't just us that was experiencing all this stuff. I mean, some things were actually like happening to other people, and they were noticing it too. But I mean, he didn't want to say anything, because I mean, of course, you're gonna sound crazy to other people if you say, well, nobody was there, but there was someone in there banging on the drums. I mean, that just sounds crazy, but he had experienced it too. And I mean, all kinds of weird stuff just kept happening. Another instance, we were sitting in Encore, which is my choral class. We were sitting in there, and there was a backpack on the floor, and it was laying flat. Like the back part, the part that goes like that touches your back, was facing upward. It was just laying there flat like that, and there was a pocketbook on the backpack. And all of a sudden, we're in the middle of chorus, and the pocketbook up and lifts and falls off the backpack. Like, it wasn't tilted on the side or anything. It was smack dab in the middle of the backpack, and it just up and falls off, which doesn't sound like a lot, like I said, but after everything that's been happening, it was really, really creepy. So to kind of uncreep ourselves out, I guess you could say, we started making jokes and everything. Like one time, my friend Dylan got the remote to the TV, and we were all standing around singing one of our songs, and he was changing the channels on the TV with the remote like behind his back and freaking a bunch of people out. But then he like told everybody that he had the remote and everything. But it was funny. But another time, my friend Isabella and Hunter, they got up out of class to go use the restroom, and we decided that we were all going to hide. So we all hide, so when they come back to the classroom, nobody was in the room, and we start banging and yelling and everything and creep them out and everything, but it was all in good fun. But if you guys have any weird things that have ever happened to you, or any kind of, I guess you could say, ghost stories, I would love to hear them in the comments. And thanks for watching this video, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.